Alright guys, welcome back to another 76 Grand Cross video, and solo leveling. We're going to be getting the reveal tomorrow of the new characters, the actual gameplay and how they even play in Grand Cross, and I'm actually super excited. I literally just finished season 1 of solo leveling, which is kind of why this video took a while to make. I wanted to make this actually a day or two ago when we first got the initial reveal and leaks a little bit. However, I wanted to know what the hell I'm talking about, and to be fair, even saying that, I'm probably not going to know what the hell I'm talking about, because I believe 2 of the characters, since this collaboration, if you haven't already seen it, is based off season 2, which I have not even started just yet. And while I probably know a little bit about Jingwoo, I guess in the grand scheme of things, I kind of don't. He just awakened his powers for the first time. Or is that the right term? He got the rise, right? So let's talk about the stuff. I'm excited, man. All right, let's talk about this little first teaser we got. To be fair, I don't know if I should watch it. It might be a little bit of spoilers, right? But this, if you don't know, if you're following the channel, right, they did say during the Grand Cross tournament, there's going to be a breathtaking reveal. And while I do actually like solo leveling, I think it's actually pretty sick, right? Breathtaking is not the word I use for this, right? Not to mention, it dropped, at least on the live stream, an hour after they revealed on Twitter. So me staying up till 5 AM for a collab reveal, even though we knew it was solo leveling, we thought it was gonna be something crazy, like the full trailer, like they're gonna show during the live stream. But he only showed a tease of it. To be fair, they've done this in the past a little bit with like some collaborations where you have like animated like in-game cutscenes, but it does look a little more effort going in towards this collaboration. I think that's one thing I think a lot of us really want, especially if you're a solo leveling fan. This needs to be the best collaboration, especially because it's got to be like the biggest anime IP we can get, right? Like I think Distant Freeren are like the only 2 possible IPs that is like actually going to come to Grand Cross. That's like the biggest ones, and this one probably being the biggest, depending on where you look at like Freeren. But I get the context now. I don't know who this guy. I think it's Beru. I think his name is. He's season 2 stuff. I thought he was red. I don't know. He's black. I don't know the context. But I do know these though. I do know that's Icarus now. Don't know who he is. So that's probably a spoiler. And we get this will caught me off guard a little bit. Maybe it's from the anime. And it probably is. But it is animated. So like me and my friend were hoping we exchange. See, this is spoilers, boys. I don't know what this means. Is he like swapping worlds? Then, to obviously celebrate the collaboration, we got this right here, which I saw our Seke team, shout out to Lance, posted, accidentally leaked. I don't know if this is accidentally leaked, right? This is the actual loading, like, screen they're going to do when they load in the game, which are pretty sick, some natural unique artworks. I think we've seen the end before, but the new melee right there is actually new. It's the one I've actually wanted for a long time, so I'm definitely going to be robbing that one. But it does reveal the characters, which is obviously Jingwoo as the main character, Chai. I haven't actually gotten, I don't think even said a name yet in actual anime, or it was maybe like once or twice, right? But she's definitely more focused towards season 2, so I'm probably going to get spoiled a little bit on what this character actually does, but I'm hoping to watch a bit more today, so I'm going to get this video out quick, right? And then we have obviously the one character we just saw, Beru. Is it Beru? I don't know how you pronounce his name. And then at the bottom, sneaked in right there, who is Icarus, who I think a lot of people thought would have been the second character, or the third character, because he's actually not. Obviously, we know the 2 main characters are going to be, of course, the playable ones here. But I guess it was kind of 50-50 a little bit, whether Beru or Icarus were going to be the final and third character. Because yes, there are only 3 characters. They are not doing 4. This is the new thing to be doing for collaborations now. And I guess it does make sense since Icarus is kind of a part of Jingwoo now, right? He's his shadow army, basically, right? So it doesn't make sense for him, especially in that look of season 2, right? It doesn't make sense for him to be an actual playable character. He's definitely part of the kit, which is, I guess, one thing I'm looking forward to a little bit, because I would have thought Jingwoo would have fought solo, you know, given the name. But I guess he can be a part of the ultimate. I assume, once again, I haven't seen season 2 yet, so I don't know what they're going to base the ultimate off. But you got to imagine Jingwoo's going to play mostly by himself, where the ultimate is going to go absolutely crazy. I guess if he was red, then you could argue he could have been a playable character if they were based off season 1, but this is season 2. Then we get another look at, like, I'm pretty sure it's season 2, because they're going to a new island. And I guess this is where we're going to see her abilities. Model looks good in game, though. And then right there, I think that's when Jinwoo's going to come in and reveal himself for day 1, basically, which would be tomorrow. Which is kind of funny, right? I mean, like, teasing the main character. I think it makes sense, but teasing the main character for the last character, like, we don't know who's coming, is funny. So, yeah, on screen now are, of course, the 3 characters can be coming. But let's go over some Baileys, because this is kind of interesting. So this one's gonna be a little bit more of a guesswork, you know, considering I haven't even seen season 2. So if you lot know more than me, then of course let me know down in the description. But this is not ordinarily, considering that we are getting 3 characters that only have skills passive but not descriptions of who has what. It is randomized to figure out yourself, soul leveling fans. So I guess we start with this one first, actually, is all 3 collab units will have AoE ultimate, which I think is a given, right? Like, you gotta imagine Jinwoo and Chai are gonna be 2 big actual DPS characters. They gotta be, right? And then at least for Beru, he is gonna be for the unknown team. And he is going to be like, not the Jinwoo, but he's going to be the big unknown support, which means he's got to have a lot of love as well. So giving all 3 of them an actual AoE ultimate is going to be good. Then again, I mean, we've seen about in the past, you know, characters that have AoE ultimates, like obviously, I guess Shion, they can still be support characters, but you got to imagine all 3 will be DPSs in some way. One of the relics would have to do with dealing more damage, and then the other will be more defensive. Don't know any of the 2, obviously, characters, like I said, Chai and Beru. So I think Beru, I can see him being more defensive, right? Like, we kind of got a lot of DPS gods already in the unknown team, so I don't mind him being a bit of a DPS defensive character. Kind of to replace Subnak in a way, right? Because right now, it's the unknowns have... obviously, Small Merlin, you have Millen, you have obviously Subnag, all just DPSs. So we get like a new taunt character that can kind of support the team in a new way will be kind of cool. One of the collab units will deal with ultimate control. Once again, I think that's probably going to go towards more Beru. 2 humans, 1 unknown, like we did say already. The couple will have the same attributes, I guess the 2 humans. There will be a tower event classic. The banner will include 1 to 2 units that release this year. Going in towards the actual passive, Shadow buff apparently is going to be given... just stats for each stat, kind of a given. I guess that will probably go towards Jinwoo. Killing an enemy grants something. I mean, maybe that goes towards... I mean, this is a weird passive, right? Because killing someone typically wins the game, in a sense. I mean, granted, we've had ways to, obviously, you know, you can do a little comeback if someone dies. But typically, normally, when you kill someone first, especially if you start first, you kind of win. Or you're kind of just killing the whole team in itself anyway. But yeah, sure. Heavy DPS, that is crit reliant, probably Jinwoo. Tanky character, like I say, probably going to be Beru. Gives 6% basis stats per ally. Don't know if it's going to be Jinwoo. Jinwoo, you can see... I mean, every character nowadays, especially if they're main core team characters, give base stats. But I think Jinwoo can give something a bit more, probably. Give all stats per allies. Yeah, okay, that's what I meant. I think that's more likely to be Jinwoo. Will be able to deal damage with damage cap or buffs in general. So maybe something towards like death damage, for example. But this is the one I'm actually looking forward to a little bit. Immortality. Revive, which scales of ultimates. Now, this is... it's got to be Jinwoo, right? What I'd really love, by the way, would be pretty sick, is this example. This will take way too much work and might be, to be fair, the best character in the game, who knows. But Jinwoo can obviously make people arise. And to be fair, he's kind of got to kill him, so I guess it wouldn't make sense, right? But it'd be pretty sick if when a character or your ally dies, they're completely gone. But at the start of the next round, if Jinwoo is still alive in the team, he is going to resurrect your whole team. Maybe limit to 1 time. I don't know how they want to do it. Resurrect them and then give them the Light Escanaut effect, where they have the Holy Flames. So when they use a skill or take damage, they're then going to remove one of those stacks, and then over time, after you get them down, once they get 0, they didn't just die. Maybe not enough as 4, maybe enough to do like 1 or 2, so they can actually still use skills, which actually be pretty cool, because then one, it will make sense with the rise. And imagine at the start of the game he says it. Oh my god, it'd be peak, right? Like they say, I don't know how it's going to make sense, because he didn't technically kill him, but maybe if he could still resurrect dead bodies, I'm not too sure. And like they could change the actual like effects of the characters. Imagine that actually in like the style where it's just like black and blue. Like I say, it'll be pretty good, because that means you can then still use skills with your basically dead characters. But also, I guess it'd be pretty sick too is when you lose 2 characters, seemingly both die at the same time, but Jinwoo survives. When your second or backline comes in, you can only use 2 skills because only 2 characters alive. But because you resurrect them, once again, you can still use 3 skills. So you can actually still, like, so you can actually possibly just use, like, 3 Jinwoo skills and, like, kill the whole team. That'd be super cool. Going back towards it, though, we can kind of skip through the other ones. Kind of go towards Corrosion type debuff, which is probably likely going to be Jinwoo because he has the poison effect, I assume. Could also be Beru, because from the looks of it, he might be more, like, bug poison type, I guess. And then going down, we have skills, no idea who it is. Single target attack with a new skill effect that gets stronger per stacks. To be fair, it can be anyone. Debuff AoE new effect. Okay. Single target attack pierce weak point basically hits harder if there's a debuff. I think I can see that being Jinwoo, right? Single target, no stats. I mean, this could be anyone, right? So, yeah, that is kind of all we have for like, the beta leaks. We'll see how true some of them actually do come. But yeah, man, I'm excited. Literally going to run this video and then probably start jumping straight into what's Scene 2 so I can at least not get fully spoiled on what comes. Although I guess it won't be that much of a big deal, right? Contextual stuff. But yeah, man, I hope they actually smash this actual collaboration. New collaborations are... sometimes been pretty decent. Actually, to be fair, I want to bring up the question. Do you think Jinwoo's going to be an LR character? We have to wait and see, right? Like, they've done it once, and it made sense for a part 2 because they also returned the new LR character. And to be fair, them being LR is kind of irrelevant in a sense because you get them at UR, I think, or SSR, and you can still evolve them for free with the free collab resources. So it's not going to cost us anything for him being an LR. The only difference, I guess, is probably likely a bit more stats. And I guess it would just look cool. And I think Jinwoo being an LR character alongside Millen would actually be really, really cool. So I'm actually looking forward towards it. We might have to do a little bingo sheet tomorrow to see what comes true and whatnot. So let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, I'm excited. I hope this collaboration is bigger than, I think, if anything, the most collaboration we've gotten. Still not expecting story mode stuff because they just don't need to. I know people like it, but I think them still doing free character shows, they're not going to go completely all out. But still looking forward to regardless. So guys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.